Hello peeps and welcome back to Gult's Gorge. I am picking up kind of where I left off last time, before the crash. So I haven't really done anything off camera. Let's just take a look so we can have a reminder of what we did last episode. Last episode I built the water tank, got all of this set up. These things are now pulling a nice, friendly 9.48 RF a tick. So these are keeping our tank up there nicely full, and that tank is now filled with 6,400 buckets of water because it's 100 blocks total volume, 5 by 5 by 4, and each block of that internal volume holds 64 buckets. So that's a nice big tank. I'm joined by, well, Din, Poncho, and Kozak are on the server, but Kozak is in the TeamSpeak and he's not saying anything. I haven't seen him, so I guess he's AFK. I don't know. Din, I'm not sure what Din's up to, and Poncho isn't on the TeamSpeak yet, so I'm kind of here by myself at the moment. Haven't had any more issues with the minecart since the last time, so it's still running nice for us. Gathering quite a bit of wood for that. And you might have noticed I have a power cell in my inventory. That's because, well, as I put it away, that's because I'm intending to go set us up a quarry. I was going to do a Steve's Carts mining cart, but I mean, I might still come back and do a Steve's Carts mining cart at some point just because I think they look cool and I think it'd be a really nice touch to have around the base. But with the carts having some chunk loading issues and with them getting destroyed, I'm not really willing to risk that kind of inventory, that kind of material investment right now. I'd rather just do something that gets the job done for the moment. So we're going to build a builder from RFTools, which is, did I actually get these bricks? Yes, I did get the bricks. Okay, so it's a machine frame, ender pearl, redstone, and bricks. That gets us the builder block. To go along with this, you also need a configuration card. And there are a bunch of them. You can have the space chamber card, the shape card void, and then you can have the quarry cards, which there is standard and clearing versions of each. There's also pumps and clearing pumps, so you can set this thing up to pump liquid out. If you find a nice big lava lake, you can encapsulate the entire lava lake with this and use the pump card and it'll pull up all the lava for you. So this thing is actually a pretty useful block. What we're going to go for though is we're going to go for the shape card quarry. So this is going to require a blank shape card, a diamond pickaxe, a diamond shovel, and a shape card. The shape card is a couple of bricks, iron ingot, paper. I never have bricks. Just toss some tiny charcoal in here. Get this thing going. Alright, so there's our bricks. Throw those in there, although I don't know why I didn't just do this. That gets us our shape card. The quarry shape card is going to require a diamond pickaxe and a diamond shovel. No sticks, apparently. That's something else I should set up soon, is I should set up some sort of auto crafting. Start taking advantage of what ME can do for us. Although, before I can do any of that, I'm going to have to kill you. No. Sorry, the Hellsing flashback. Before I can do that, I'm going to have to... Man, that Hellsing thing threw my train of thought completely. I have to build an ME controller because I've hit the maximum of 8 channels. That's something else that I did off camera. Should probably show that. In this room, we now have a second server rack, and I went ahead and made a 16K storage cell and a bunch of 4K storage cells, because the amount of stuff that we're getting was filling up our storage cells way too fast. We were running out of storage really quick with the amount of saplings and cobblestone and everything that we've got. So the 16K storage cell is our primary storage for all of those bulk items. And then the other storage cells, I mean, none of these in this server rack is even being used. So we got a lot more space for our money now. All right, got the card, got the quarry. So now all that's left to do is to go to the mining world and set this thing up. Oh, actually, no, there is one more thing I have to do. Need a way to transport the goodies back home. If we take the drill, which if I remember right doesn't have the augment in it. Nope, we're good. And we break this off, and we're gonna have to, can I see what I've got here? Can't really see the color from where I'm sitting at the moment, so I'm gonna have to, let's get the Yeta wrench. And can I remove this facade with the Yeta wrench? No, I'm gonna have to break it. Okay, so this ender chest, I think is magenta, brown, purple. I think is what we used for it. So we need magenta dye, we need brown dye, and we need purple dye. And then we're also going to need an ender chest. Missing a piece of obsidian and a piece of wool. The wool isn't not a problem. I'm sure we've got enough. Yeah, we've got enough string for that. I'll just have to go get a piece of obsidian real quick. That also won't be a problem. Rip. Down in our mine down here, I've got a place where I've been mining up obsidian. I really need to actually do a temple or something for that ender portal. I don't like it just sitting there on the hill like that. So let's head down here, grab a piece of obsidian. I really like how fast this drill works on obsidian. Okay. Got a couple new pieces of basalt too. Not that that's really helpful, but ender chest, get. Okay, it was magenta, brown, purple. Yep, that's right. Okay, and we'll put the facade back on there so that that doesn't have to be in plain view. And I think we are ready to go take care of some business. So let's go to the mining world. Mining world for Gults is at spawn. So back to spawn. Wait for the world to load, and the mining world is right here. We'll start teleporting, and boom, into the mining world we are. The mining world is a plains that is set to be constant noon, so you don't have to worry about mobs spawning on the surface. And let's run out this way. Oh, that looks like somebody's shack over there, so let's not go that way. Let's go over this way. I really wish we had the ability to make more homes, but every time I try to change the config for FTB utilities, it changes itself back. So I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or what, but Okay, so we'll put down the builder block right here. Bob the builder. Now, in order to use this, we're going to have to use, no, we have to, I guess, shift, right click, there. Now we select the first corner, which we're going to put right here. The second corner, we're going to just run over this way a little bit. Right here ought to be good. Yeah, that should be fine. And we just need to dig down to bedrock. I very much don't recommend doing this if you're not wearing really good armor. Definitely use the 2x2 mining method instead of this, or the 2x1. Okay, so second corner is set there. We've got our settings copied to the shape card. Now I just need to nerd pull back up. Which is going to take for freaking ever. Did I get a piece of flint or something? I don't know. Because I don't have enough to get me out of the freaking hole. I do now. Okay. So where is my builder again? I think, is this it over here? No, that's someone else's stuff. Is this my builder? I really should. Let's see. Yeah, I really should put a bookmark where my builder is. Okay, so with that installed, we can now give this thing some power, which we'll do by setting all of the sides to out and then linking it with this card. So this thing is now getting power, and holy crap, this thing eats a ton of power. All right. And how does this work? Is this actually working now? Let's put this up here and see if it's actually working. Keep running with a redstone signal or do a single run and stop. Let's check the manual. Move a structure from one spot, even another dimension to another. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. A chest or tank on top or below is sometimes needed to supply or collect using the GUI. In loop mode, Builder supports a standard RFTools filter. It only quarries or voids blocks that match the filter. Okay, so how do you turn it on? That's my question. Is it on now? If I set the sides to none, is this thing using power? It is not. Really probably should have looked up how this works before I started messing with it. We'll let this thing fill. And we'll add a new waypoint.
You know your steak is good when you harness on it so bad that you get a piece of it rammed up in your jaw.
Apparently my steak was good. I'm recording at the moment, by the way.
I'm bleeding.
I noticed. Okay. Do these make any difference? No. This doesn't do anything. How the hell do you make this thing run?
Sean, I'm bleeding.
Sean is AFK, as far as I know.
Is damned on?
I don't know. I'm recording.
Oh.
I have no idea how this stupid thing works. It looks like it needs another card, but I can't tell what card it would need. See, doesn't that look like another card? Mode, normal, quarry. See, that's what I thought. So, how does this thing work? How do you work? How do I make you work? I thought this was all I needed to do. Do I need to give it a redstone signal? That would be my bet. So let's go home. Let's get a lever. As soon as I spawn into home. Let's get a lever. And can I back to there? No, I can back to my home. So I've got to go back to spawn. And go back into the mining world. Go back to my quarry. Really need to get a jetpack or something. Not having flight is really disturbing me. So if I give this thing... Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Now it's... Oh my god, this thing is killing its power. Holy crap! What? Holy shit! Okay, this thing is... Oh, what? Okay. Sure. Okay, well, this thing is now working at lightning speed, but it's burning through its power really fast. Now, here's my question. Is this thing going to stay chunk loaded if I leave the area? So, let's go back home and take a look. We'll take a look at my ender chest, and we'll see if there's still stuff coming in here. Because if there's still stuff coming into the ender chest, that means it's still loaded. I don't know if builders chunk load themselves. So let's take a look here. Yes, it is chunk loading itself, so that's good. This thing is now going to, well, now it's not running. What the heck? I bet the power source ran out. I bet I have to chunk load at least that part. So, how many chunks do I have claimed? I've claimed 64 and I've got 45 loaded. I can have 50 loaded as a standard player, but I've already got my maximum chunks claimed, so let's remove those chunks. So that'll get me back under the 64 limit. Go back to spawn. Back to the mining world. Go back to the quarry, and I'll try just chunk loading the chunk that the quarry's in. Otherwise, I might have to babysit this thing. I don't really want to do that. Or is it done running? It can't be done running. No, it's not done running. Okay, so let's take a look at the map here. The chunk that I am currently in, we'll go ahead and claim this, and we'll chunk load it. Now if I go home, one of these days when things catch up, there we go. Dig down, take a look here, and it's running now, but I want to keep an eye on it for a second and make sure it doesn't stop running like it did last time. Because I'm thinking that the thing itself was still chunk loaded, but the power cell that was attached to it wasn't. And since the power cell that wasn't attached, or since the power cell that was attached to it wasn't chunk loaded, it burned up what little bit of power was in it, and then quit because the link wasn't active anymore. So it burned up the 50,000 RF that was in that power source that was attached, but since the power source itself wasn't chunk loaded, it lost its link. So it drained it, and then no more link, no more power. So yeah, I'm betting that was it. Because now it's staying chunk loaded, so that's good. What is this doing to our power supply? I bet it's probably destroying it. Oh yeah, it's murdering the frick out of our power supply. There's no possible way it can keep up. I can't even tell how much this is draining. It's draining about 20 to 30,000 RF every second. So that's not good, since we're only producing 80 RF a tick. We're going to need more power production very soon. I think that's going to have to be next episode, actually, if we're going to keep this quarry running. Because everything else we've got running so far has been pretty light on power, with the exception of that farm that I built. But man, is this thing doing us a treat to get us some resources. And holy frickin' cobble. We might need to start doing something with that too. Because that cobble is going to very quickly fill this ME storage. How much Certus is this getting us? 19 regular. We still had 2 pure. Might want to upgrade the quarry for Fortune or Silk Touch at some point. What would that cost? Let's see. A Silk Quarry is a fucking Nether Star. Holy shit. And Dimensional Shards, which we haven't encountered any of those yet. What about a Fortune Quarry? Fortune Quarry. Okay, Fortune Quarry is a bit more realistic. It's a gas tier, some redstone, an emerald, a diamond, and more of those dimensional shards, which I don't think we have any dimensional shards yet. Oh, we do have. We have 24 of them. Okay. What's the power cost, though? See, that's 600 RF per block, whereas the regular quarry is 300 RF per block. So the Fortune Quarry would actually double our power cost, which is already ridiculous. So, yeah, we're talking a huge amount of power, because this has already drained 3/4 of an energy cell. Alright, so that takes care of the quarry. I am going to want to look at some more power generation. Let's see, what other power generation can we get? We could do deep resonance, but deep resonance is more of an end game type of mod. I don't really want to get into it that much right now. Besides, we only have one resonating crystal. Although it does have 53% of its power left, it's only 0.41% strength, and purity is crap on it. So probably don't want to do that yet. What we could do, though, is we could do a small extreme reactor to pump out steam and use that to power steam dynamos. We could do that. Let's take a look at these upgrade kits. The Signalium one requires Signalium, Cryothium, and Electrum. Signalium... Okay, you can use the alloy smelter to create the advanced alloys. So it's 3 copper, a silver, and 10 redstone to make some Signalium. Then the resonant upgrade kits, 2 Enderium base, Pyrotheum, and 2 Ender Pearls to get 2. Well, that's not too bad. I think it's a little more efficient to do it the old-fashioned way, but it's not bad. And it's not like it's hard to get ender pearls. How are we on platinum? 19 platinum? Yeah, we got enough. We got enough to do some basic upgrades. I'm gonna go ahead and make To do 8 of these I would need 32 Signalium. Cryothium. Do we even have blizz powder? Don't think we have any blizz powder. No, we have no blizz powder, and I don't have the thermal expansion stuff to make blizz powder, so that ends that idea. Alright, let's see, what else could we possibly do for power? We could do canola, but that requires a farm setup and a little bit of infrastructure. With all of the saplings we've got, I could start doing biomass. That requires a crap ton of bronze, which we only have 13, so let's go ahead and start that. We'll get 3 stacks of copper and a stack of, we'll go ahead and get 3 stacks of copper and a stack of tin. And we'll start combining those into bronze, and then we'll plan on doing some biomass, which biomass from forestry can be used in a reactant dynamo to create 450,000 RF. It doesn't tell you how much it gives in a forestry machine. Biomass can also be used in a still to produce ethanol. And ethanol can be used in the combustion generator to generate 40 RF tick. I believe there's also a forestry generator that I think is a bit more efficient in converting it, but I can't remember what the hell the name of it is. The biogenerator generates EU from biomass or ethanol, but it also converts. It outputs RF if that's what you mostly need. It doesn't just do EU. So, all right. So we'll go ahead and take all of this stuff over here. Drop this into our alloy smelter. We'll drop the extra copper in here. And this should be set to pull from the top. So that'll constantly resupply our copper. Woof. The hell are these dogs looking at? Why are they hanging out back? Wait, what? The hell is this?
Communitatis.
Wait, what the where's Kozak?
Bonum.
Wait, what the fuck?
Communitatis.
What the fuck?
Bonum. Communitatis.
Kozak? Kozak, what the hell?
Communitatis.
Kozak? Okay, this is getting... Kozak, what the hell?
Bring me your blood.
Kozak, you're starting to...
Communitatis. Bonum. Communitatis. Bonum. Communitatis. Bonum. Communitatis. Bonum. Communitatis.
Gotcha, peeps!